Of early voting in a number of counties here in Florida, including Duval County, for the general election coming up in November. We are now just about 2 weeks out to November 8th, and there are a number of key races to be voted on, even though this is a midterm election. And that includes the race for Florida governor.
You're running for governor, and I have a question for you. You're running for governor. Why don't you look in the eyes of the people of the state of Florida and say to them, if you're reelected, you will serve a full 4-year term as governor? Yes or no?
The debate between Governor Ron DeSantis and Charlie Crist getting heated at points tonight in their only debate ahead of the November election. Governor DeSantis looking to run for re-election, while there is a lot of talk about him pursuing a run for president in 2024.
And Charlie Crist, a former governor for Florida, is looking to come back and lead the Sunshine State for another term. Among the many topics that they debated included the lack of affordable housing here in Florida. You know, we've all felt the pinch of rising costs to mortgage rates and also rent. The pair were asked what solutions they would propose to manage future growth and ensure affordable housing.
Good luck buying a home. Good luck renting an apartment. And it's because Governor DeSantis has taken his eye off the ball. He's focused on running for president in 2024, and as a result, we have lost things in our state budget, specifically a housing trust fund that has hundreds of millions of dollars that he, along with the legislature, have cut. I would restore it. I would make sure that we're doing everything we can to be sure that housing is affordable again.
The fact of the matter is, over the last 2 years, we've now have record inflation all across this country at 40-year highs. He supports Biden's energy policies, which have made gas and utilities more expensive. That is wrong. And I would also say this. You mentioned, Liz, that people are flocking to Florida. That would not have happened if Charlie Crist had his way.
Another topic discussed, the parental rights in education law, with Governor DeSantis explaining why he made it a central piece of his education agenda, and Crist on why schools should not be the middle ground for a culture war.
Appropriate to have that in elementary school. It's inappropriate to tell a 6-year-old that they were born in the wrong body. It's inappropriate to tell an 8-year-old that they may have been born a girl, but maybe they're really a boy. That's wrong. We need to do the basics. We need to teach them to read, write, add, and subtract. And if we do that, we'll continue to lead in 4th grade reading and 4th grade math.
We need to have a focus on education and not politicize and make political war zones out of our schools. We need to support our schools, support our teachers, have our parents involved. That's absolutely essential. And that's what we need to get back to, is basics, instead of having all these cultural and political wars that Ron loves to do.
And they also tackled the property insurance crisis, which they both have had to deal with, calling special sessions to try and take care of it.
Property insurance under you has doubled in the state of Florida. Doubled, Ron. That's not good for the people of this state. And it's been exacerbated by this horrible hurricane we just came through. Gas prices are up as well. Under your lack of leadership, you slipped in something to drop the price of gas, but only in October, right before the run-up to the election.
I think what we need to do, we need to build off what we did with the reinsurance, because that's a big issue, and we have to address the rising costs of litigation. It's not about lining the pockets of billboard lawyers. It's about having a competitive market where people have a shot to make ends meet.